Let's jump right into the PDF functionality in Caseware Working Papers. I have a Caseware file open already for me, and I've got a PDF document on my document manager. Now right now, if I were to open this PDF document, just double-clicking on it, that opens up in Adobe Reader. And at this point, I'm limited to the functionality of the default PDF software on my computer. However, many of our users are unaware of a feature built into Caseware Working Papers for quite some time now, and that's why I'd like to address it today. In the document properties of PDF and other image type documents, we have the ability to change the viewer on the General tab. Now, the default viewer, if you've never dealt with this before, is going to be your external viewer. That'll be your Adobe Acrobat or whatever other PDF viewer you've got set to your defaults on your computer. Now what I'm going to do is change it from the external viewer to one of two choices of internal image viewer. The first one will give me headers just like on all the other automatic documents that we see within Caseware Working Papers. So we'll see the client name, the year-end date, the title of the document, as well as the sign-off boxes. The second one provides me with an image view of the PDF document without all the header and footer information. So let's go with header and footer information just so I can see it. And I'm going to click OK. Now when I open up this PDF document, it opens inside Caseware Working Papers instead of opening in its external application. Now again, that's found under the document properties for that PDF document, and we just changed the viewer to internal image viewer. Now, the question, I guess, is why is this important and why does this matter to me? Well, when you're using the internal image viewer, we have the ability to access all of the annotation capabilities from the annotation toolbar. It's very easy to use these when we're using an internal image viewer on our PDF documents. Now I'm referring to PDFs here, but keep in mind that our internal image viewer will also support the TIFF format, bitmap, JPEG, and GIF formats as well. So let's start off by annotating this document a little bit. Well, what I like to do is position the annotation by right-clicking where I'd like that to show up. For example, if I want an annotation to show up beside 1C field, I'll just right-click there. Now I could choose the annotation options from my right-click menu. However, if I just go up and choose the tick mark, for example, it will insert it right where I right-clicked. Now if it's off position a little bit, I can just grab the edge of that and move it into position. So once again, right-click where I want it and choose the item that I want to show up. And it happens very quickly here. Right-click again, and in goes the tick mark. So we have some very nice efficiencies when we're dealing with that. Now I am in the latest release of Caseware 2012 version of Working Papers, and I have some other options available to me here as well. We do have the notes capability, so I'll just right-click right here, add a new note, and this is going to be a bubble note. And click OK, and we get the note number 1 there, and I'll just move that into position. When I hover over top of my bubble note, my annotation, it shows bubble note, and it shows that it was created by me and that it was created today, which is always good. We want to know that. Now, we also have a couple other note capabilities. So, for example, I actually can use the internal image viewer as a form fill in Caseware Working Papers. So I'm just going to right-click in the name field here, add a new note from the annotation toolbar, and I'm going to throw in Caseware International Inc. This time I'm going to show this as a text box and make it transparent. Click OK, and again just move it slightly into position here, and what we've got is the name field being populated with the information that I've just entered. So effectively a form fill in a PDF document. If I were to print this, the text that I've entered in my transparent text box will show up in blue, letting me know that I've typed that in rather than it being part of the actual document itself. Now we have one more type of note that we can add in, and I'm just going to click New Note here, and this one is not going to be a transparent text box, so text not transparent, and I'll click OK. Now, because it's not transparent, notice here it's actually blocking the information behind the text box. If I move this into a different position, we can see that information. So those are the three types of notes that we can add on to this. Now, as I added these other notes, notice that note 1 changed to note 3, so it is numbering these note bubbles or these notes sequentially. And also, from a reviewer perspective, it's much easier to see these. If we go to the View menu and select Notes, we can see them down the side. So we have the ability to see all of those notes on the document, even the ones in the bubbles, making it easier to work with these items. Now, on top of that, we do have the drop-downs here. We can add a new note here. Just hit Enter. And it put it in beside the first note because that's where my cursor was. I was on that note. Now, had I been in a different position, it would have added it wherever my cursor had been placed. Similarly, the tick mark drop-down list is available, but it's much easier just to click right on the tick mark that you're looking for. We also have document referencing. So perhaps this document is supporting other information in your file. So if I want a document reference right here, for example, I'll just click on the reference. And I can choose from any of the documents in the document manager. Now, if I leave it on none and just start typing a document letter or number, like the letter A, it will give me that document. So I'll just click OK here, and I've got the hyperlink to the supporting document. Clicking on that takes me to my document. Of course, I could put another annotation in here to take me back to my internally viewed PDF, but I happen to have it on one of the tabs down at the bottom, so I'll just return that way rather quickly. There is manual referencing available if we want to insert new manual references. And we also have all those hyperlink references. So let's say that there was an Excel document that's supporting this document. I want to jump to a specific cell. I just right-click, choose my hyperlink reference. It's an Excel reference, and I'll change it to an Excel workbook. Now, this is going to give me all the Excel workbooks I have on my document manager. And then it's going to load the worksheets that I can choose from, and I can specify a cell number. Let's say cell C8, just a random cell for this one, and click OK. And in comes my reference, and once again, when I click on this, it's then going to launch the application and take me directly to the cell that I want to go to. So I have this full functioning annotation capability that's available to my image documents that I place on the document manager in case we're working papers, as long as I change the document properties to reflect the internal image viewer. Now, with the internal image viewer set, if I sign off on this document, we get the role indicated here, and opening the document once again, it also shows the prepared by and the initials and date of the user. If I did not want the headers up here, I can easily go back into my document properties and change it from internal image viewer to internal image viewer no headers, and click OK. It resized everything to fit to the page, and all the information is available here. These annotations are an overlay to the image document, so they haven't affected the actual image document, and if we were to change this back to the external viewer, we would have the document without the annotations. To maintain the annotations in a document, what we can do is print this to PDF and put it back onto the document manager. That would then include whatever information we wanted, as well as the tick marks and so forth. I'm going to cancel that. So these are some of the functionality features that many of our users aren't aware of with the image documents, PDF documents, etc. Now, to get these documents done to the document manager, it's as simple as dragging and dropping them. Opening a Windows Explorer window, I have some PDF documents. If I want my account reconciliation document into the document manager, I can choose where I'd like to drop it, and when I drop it, it's going to take the next available document number and copy it into the document manager for me. Now, because I switched to internal image viewer, if I look at the document properties of this document, it now has the viewer set to the last viewer for that document type. So from a go-forward basis, any document that I add as a PDF document will come in as internal image viewer no headers, unless I change this And now when I click OK, any PDF document I bring in will be the internal image viewer with headers. So that will maintain as I continue with other client files as well going forward. So those are just some of the tips and tricks available for the PDF. Of course, another way to get PDFs directly onto the document manager is we can scan from your scanner. Assuming that you have a scanner installed on your computer, scan directly to your document manager, and that will bring the PDF in. There are other PDF capabilities. Of course, you have the ability to save documents on the document manager's PDF files. Selecting multiple documents will allow us to save all of those and merge them together into a single document and index them. And under both engagement, save as PDF file, and file export batch PDF, we have the ability to create batch PDFs from this document manager and include any or all of the documents from the document manager in a PDF export. So some great PDF functionality built into the Caseware Working Paper software without having to use any other PDF add-ons. It's installed with Caseware Working Papers and you're able to use it in that fashion.